Welcome back, everybody. This is my Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry. My throat really hurts, so I'm trying to find I'm trying to talk that in a way that won't hurt my voice. I'm sorry. With me, as always, is my co-host, Eric.
I'll talk. You can talk?
You can talk. I might leave a little bit more talking to you than I normally do. Every time that I talk for an extended period, it feels like I'm pushing it too hard, and then I wind up talking like this.
So are you going to tell them what really happened, or are you just going to say that you're just had a cold?
The cold.
Okay. I was just making sure. If you want to find out what really happens, you can go to Patreon and support the show.
Been in the middle for 7 years.
He has. We just recorded some Patreon content that only people who are on the Patreon can get. But yeah, patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. So what have you been doing?
Yes. Well, I've been trying to recover from the only thing that I can really call it is like the crud.
The crud.
Because it never was like it was not COVID. It was not really the flu, but it was worse than a cold.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think honestly I had like a mild flu. Or like a 24-hour bug or something. It's been a long time since I've had, excuse me, a fever, and especially one that was bad enough that made me go to bed at 7:30.
That sounds like a dream.
It was really nice. Don't get me wrong, but I like.
I'm going to sleep all day long.
But I mean, like the way that I run hot, right?
I know.
Like I sweat a lot.
I know.
I run warm.
You do.
And I was getting so like shaky, shivery cold from my fever that I had to go put on a sweatshirt. And yeah, he sounds real sick.
Freaking kid playing hooky today.
We're gonna call the whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The police.
The police, yeah.
Your parents ever say that? The police are going to get us if you don't go to school.
No, I didn't get in. Yeah, anyway.
Just me.
We had very different upbringings.
That's true. I didn't even have a dad.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got done with work. I got off work a little bit early so I could take a nap too. So I took a nap at like 4:30. It was only like an hour or so, but I still was like completely covered up in a blanket. And then when I finally got to bed, I was still in my sweatshirt. I put sweatpants on too.
Oh shit, you were full blown.
And I had 3 layers of blankets on me.
Oh my God.
And I was still cold. And finally at about 2 a.m., my fever broke.
Yeah.
And I'm just like peeling stuff off of me. Like I'm sweating. I'm feeling marginally better at that point too. But it was a rough few days. And I mean, like still my cough I still have my cough. This sore throat will not go away either.
It's good to have you around though.
I'm happy to be
glad
here.
you made it through.
Thank you.
I was worried about you for a little while. What?
I appreciate it.
I was.
I know. We're usually so like insincere with each other that anytime there's a like hint of sincerity, it's like, what are you about to do?
Yeah.
Like that's a bit, isn't it?
I appreciate it. I was truly worried. I wrote a letter. I was preparing a statement.
I was writing my will.
And then when you said you were good, threw it away. You'll never know what it says. But you know what'll make you feel better, I think.
I know exactly what will make me feel better.
Some sips and snacks. And this is, let me try that again. And if this is your first time joining us on the show, we always start out with a little segment called Flying Blind or Sips and Snacks. Flying Blind is where we blind one of the other or both of us and do the old sample, guess, all that stuff, or we get to pair a snack, and today I got a snack, but Perry doesn't know what we're pairing, so why don't we make it a double, a Flying Blind Sips and Snacks. Perry's had this before, but let's see what he can do with his cold taste buds. Yeah.
I'm on roller coaster, Mom. So speaking of like a will that you just threw away,
A will, there's a way.
I was reading the news the other day, and an article popped up that said Aretha Franklin's her estate had been settled.
Yeah.
And the way that it had been settled was they found a secondary will that she wrote in 2014, which succeeded a will that she wrote in 2011, right? The one in 2011 was all like official, like blah, blah, blah. But the one from 2014, she died in 2018. They found this will in 2019 in between her couch cushions.
Oh, shit.
Now, tell me that doesn't sound like the shadiest, like, Arrested Development way of finding a will.
It sounds like she had, like, some kind of moment. She was sitting on her couch enjoying her show. She thought, I got to write this down. And then she wrote it down, fell asleep, went in the cushions. She forgot about it. That's what I think happened.
I hope that's what it was. She's like a few sherries deep.
Yeah.
And
She didn't just write this and hide it in there. No way.
I hope not. Anyway,
let
me know.
Let us know.
Have you written your living will yet?
Drop a comment with what your will has in it, and we'll critique it. We'll say, we'll see if we're in it. I want
in my entire whiskey collection. I leave two.
Okay. So I know I always joke about when I die, I want crazy things to happen, and I thought of another thing that I want to happen. Because at first, when my funeral, I wanted to be stuffed and sitting like in front of the room and like have like a motion sensor, and I would just be sitting there. April was so mad; she was like,
"You and Lucy."
So I wanted that, but I want like on the movies when they have when they gather all these people together and they read the will and people like fight over stuff. I want that to happen. I want to get like some random dude to give him like something, and he's just there, and people are like, "Why is he here?" Oh, he was my friend.
And to Grant.
And everybody's looking around, and he's like, hey.
My childhood guitar that I've stuffed with $10 million.
I'll leave one of my kids with them or something like.
But your children are adults.
Yeah. They're married and stuff, but they have to give like.
He just comes over silently and looks them in the eye and just.
You're mine.
Just holds their hand, smiles.
They're like, classic dad.
Isn't that just like him? All Whiskey Mutant. It smells fantastic, by the way.
It's really good. I hope it pairs well because it does have it has like a nutty kind of almost banana. I wanted to do not just a normal, I guess I should say what we're pairing actually. Perry brought me some of the Nutty Buddy Christmas wafers. So it's like a Nutty Buddy, but it's like white chocolate and peanut butter. And I didn't want to just go straight Knob Creek. Everybody, pair Knob Creek with peanut butter, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to do almost like which now we're going to have even more banana on the show. We'll find out about that later. But I wanted to do like kind of like a chocolate banana with this, like the white chocolate and peanut butter. Yeah. Peanut butter, banana, something like that.
So is this a 1792 full proof?
No.
Is it a Jack Daniels?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Because it tastes like a Brown Forman
You'll
product.
have to tell me. Maybe it is. I don't know where it's from.
I love those.
Yeah. This is that. Fuck. I only spilled a drop. Look at that. This is that Calumet. Is Calumet?
Which Barton?
Barton. Okay. Well,
yeah.
You said 1792. 16 year. 106 proof.
I almost bought a bottle of the 15-year yesterday.
Dude, I like these.
I like them a lot.
We like that one. That was like when we got it last year, kind of toward the end of the year.
Didn't we open it for Christmas or something?
Something like that.
Or Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I'm hoping this pairs well. Which you've already took a bite of it.
Single rack.
One boob. One of those one boob bottles.
Yeah, she's single rack now, bro.
Man, I love these things.
I like them better than the regular Nutty Buddies.
I don't know if I can say that, but I like them. They may be my second favorite of the Christmas cakes. Gingerbread is probably next. But I like that there's not a double layer.
Mm-hmm.
Because they make, if you're watching, and I'm putting it at the camera here, it's like a single layered Nutty Buddy.
It's more like...
You get more peanut butter, I think.
It's more like guilt-free.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not eating too bad.
Yeah, it's the skinny girl wine or whatever.
Oh, that pairs good.
Yeah. I'm going straight for the pour over.
Seen a lot of people doing pour overs lately.
Good.
I like it. I love it.
But are they tagging you? Sorry, I interrupted you.
One person did, one person didn't. I've talked to them both. That's all I'll say.
Did you send a cease and desist to the other one?
No. He's way more popular than me. We're friends. It's cool. Man, I like that. And the bad thing is I want another. But I need to chill.
Well, you do whatever you want to. But I am going to ask you what you've been drinking recently.
Well, if you listened last week, tried to dial it back a little bit with the holidays. A lot of drinking around the holidays and stuff like that. So try to dial it back. I have not had any whiskey till today, but I did have on Sunday when the Bills lost to the Eagles. I'm not even going to get into that. But I had some beer. And I had the 450 North, the Loki Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Passion fruit vanilla that you got me.
Mm-hmm.
I drank both of them. So good.
They're really, really
I've
good.
not had, I have so many like random 450 Norths, but I haven't had one in a while. And that was just what I needed. It gave me a little bit of the fruit. You know, they're like 5%, but you can tell they're a beer.
Yeah.
And I had that on Sunday, and then haven't had anything till today, but I really enjoyed that, and it made me want to get more 450s. I've kind of put those on hold for a little bit, but now I want more.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Where I've been sick, I just haven't really felt much like drinking anything worth, writing home about.
Right.
You know. But last night, and this is a good segue into the first of our 2 reviews.
Oh, 2 again.
For the episode. I did drink and review the standard 2023 Goose Island Bourbon County Stout on my stream.
And
it's bad.
Oh.
It's not a good year for them. Very flat. Not a whole lot of depth to it. I think I'm I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Hold on.
It needs to open up a little bit.
I don't think it's that it's not that it needs to open up because it's beer. But, yeah. You know, what's cool about stouts, they still develop in the bottle for a few years.
Oh, really?
And like they even put out a set I think it was in 2019 or maybe it was 2018. I don't remember for sure, of 3 different years. So you could see like how one developed after 3 years, after 2, after 1, you know, just to give you an idea of all that. So anyway, I do think that it needs some time. It's not going to be like it was for me with the 2022 release, which I loved. And I found it very easy to go back to those. And I bought a bunch of them too. I bought more of them than I ever had before, but I think part of that was just an availability thing on both ends of the spectrum. But that being said, not great. I also picked up just a little piney boy of Jack Daniel's single barrel proof.
4/11/22 bottling date.
So that was just sitting at the liquor barn.
Crazy. That's the date I lost my virginity.
Is it really?
I don't remember.
But it was around that time? Okay, here, look, canonically, we'll just say April 11th was when you lost your virginity.
It might have been, actually.
Let's mark it in the
Isn't that funny?
in the history books of
really,
Timbip.
You know, everybody's like, "Oh, that's the date that my daughter was born," or something. People are like, "I lost my virginity that day." That's what I'm going to be searching for.
That's really, really funny. I mean, I know where more of these are.
I know, but
the same liquor.
I need to figure out the exact date and start looking for the bottles.
It's really funny.
When was? I feel like it was cold.
You would remember if it were cold.
Well, I mean, I wasn't cold at the time because we were. I never mind.
Anyway,
I'm gonna have some of this.
Okay.
Or are we having that now? Or this? No.
This no.
Okay.
Well, you can pour some of that too.
Well, I'll put this to the side. I'll get that in a second.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Tell me about this.
I wanted us to try this one together because when we were talking about on last week's episode, you said specifically I wanted to that you wanted to
dance around.
It was beautiful. Yes. I cut it out though because it was just for me. Anyway, even out of the uncut version. But you had said that you wanted to try this one.
The banana one.
Yeah, the Bananas Foster.
Okay.
So I wound up getting 3 different variants.
Variants?
Of this year's stouts.
Which timeline?
The cursed one.
Oh, shit.
Everybody's a Lovecraftian monster.
I was hoping to get the steampunk one.
I was not so lucky. This one is 13.9%. So what? 27.8, I think. Proof. There's just hairs all over the place.
It's my cat.
It's also, I mean, my animals shed like crazy, man.
Bananas Foster Stout. And was this in like a banana barrel? Stout aged in bourbon barrels with bananas, almonds. So is this the good times?
Did you see they blocked David Levine?
They blocked a bunch of people, like they're like a group of dudes or whatever.
I think that's so funny.
I was like, dang, somebody finally got to them. Like out of all the crap everybody gives them, like somebody finally called them out.
Yeah.
I mean, we've called them out plenty of times, but it took Instagram to do it.
Yeah, so aged in bourbon barrels with bananas, almonds, cassia bark, and natural flavors.
That smells just like bananas. Bananas. Lots of bananas today. See, it just smells like bananas to me. It doesn't even smell like beer. And as the stout person, what do you think? Because
It smells kind of stinky.
Stinky! I mean, a banana liquid normally doesn't smell the greatest. He kind of smells like banana peels.
It smells like baby food.
I like the banana baby food, though. I do.
Sneak a little. Addison, what's that? You sneak a little bite.
Sometimes you just didn't have time to eat when you have a new kid, you know?
That's fair.
All right, cheers.
Well, we'll find out together.
Look at this.
Cheers, dude.
100% accurate.
Grogu. Oh, yeah, that was sold by Disney.
Remember that time in The Mandalorian when he
became Darth Maul?
He was Darth Maul. And then he fought himself right there. Yeah. You gotta see the video version for that. Ooh. I don't know about that, Perry. I don't like stouts that much. I don't know about that one. Is it just me?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I don't know about that.
It tastes like moldy banana bread.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, is that salt?
It is a little savory too, isn't it? Guess that's what the almonds imparted.
Yeah.
Just stumped.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that. And I thought I would, just because it's weird and different. How much does one of those cost?
$25. One of them.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
I ain't gonna let it go to waste. How is that $25? Do they all cost that much?
No.
I didn't think so because I bought one last year and it didn't cost that much.
The regular one's like
Where's
$13,
that cola one at? That one was good. Last year?
Yeah, that was good last year. Here's what I did last night, and it was per a suggestion from Bill Robarge.
Well, he knows beer.
He said add a shot of 101.
Add a shot of 101?
Yeah, into it. Do you have any 101 nearby?
Oh, I have Kentucky Spirit. That's 101. I mean, it's 101%.
That's that's an idea, I'll tell you.
101's upstairs, and I don't feel like going up there. I don't think. Well, no, wait. I do.
Pours from the floor.
Do you want the Kentucky Spirit or 101?
Let's do the 101. Let's save the Kentucky Spirit.
Are you sure?
Is it not good?
No, it's good.
Let's just do the Kentucky Spirit. Why not?
Okay.
Do something different.
Just a
We're
splash
crazy. Yeah, I mean, don't make it like a...
like that?
I go a little more. That's probably good right there. Thank you.
So why did he suggest this?
Oh, yeah, I guess I should tell you. No reason. You just wanted to see me get drunk real quick.
Well, I've done that to him before. Remember when he was on that game show that we had? I got so many people plastered.
That was a great time.
That was fun.
No, he said it would curb some of the sweetness.
Okay.
So
to me, it sounds like he's just trying to make this more high proof. Because I can't imagine that a lot of like the turkey notes are going to come through. Because that banana, sour banana, is pretty.
It's pretty pungent.
Still smells the same.
Mine smells like coffee and bourbon.
It still smells like banana to me. Ugh.
Well, that didn't help.
That made it worse. I just wasted Kentucky Spirit. Thanks, Bill.
Boy, this episode is something else, I tell you.
That's not good at all.
Wait until next week.
Oh, Lord. Speaking of Kentucky Spirit, the pride of Kentucky. What? I don't
No,
like
it's going to be a good episode next week.
I don't like that.
I don't either. It really does taste like rotten banana puree.
What if we put Coke Zero in it?
Anything to
Do you want to try it?
I do.
Okay.
I absolutely do. Because this is just insane. What we're doing here.
What will make this better? Okay, let's see.
Hey, we did get a follow on Instagram, by the way, from Curveball. The barbecue whiskey people.
Did they listen to what we said?
I don't know. I had nice things to say.
I said it smelled like a Slim Jim wrapper.
I know. But they still followed.
Well, you know.
I hope they listened. I almost sent them a direct message being like, hey, I'm real sorry for some of the things we said.
Maybe they agreed, though. Maybe they're like, you idiots. That's not supposed to be.
That's what we were going for.
It's not supposed to be neat. They're like, what are you guys doing?
You're morons.
Idiots.
All right, let's see if the Coke Zero helped this at all.
No. Well, I mean.
Maybe, all right, I'm done with that.
Maybe a little. What else can we put in this thing?
Nothing. I don't want to put anything else in it. Oh, boy.
Hidden bar?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So if I just let this sit now, like how we let whiskey sit for a while, will it be okay? Or does it have to be sealed in the bottle for it to like get better?
What do you mean?
You know how you said it will continue.
Yeah, it would have to be completely sealed,
Oh.
like airtight. Or we can just take the air out of this.
I don't know.
I mean, I want it to sit open for a little while, warm up. Maybe we'll revisit it towards the end of the episode
Next week.
next week. Now, this beer has been open for a whole week, and it's got a nice thin layer of mold on top.
Ugh.
We need to reset our palates before we go any further.
This smells really good.
Better than... It's funny because this is what I went to after I tried the Bourbon County Stout
Okay, this...
last night, too.
Is it just me?
And this is the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, by the way, that we were talking about earlier.
This one, if you're watching. I feel like I'm just crazy today. I feel like I'm crazy. I'm always crazy, but I feel like I'm particularly crazy
Today especially.
But
You don't have to be crazy to have a podcast, but it helps.
does this smell like the Nutty Buddy, or is that just me with the Nutty Buddy still in my head? It smells like wafer and peanut butter.
It kind of does, dude.
What?
You're not wrong.
Oh.
Well, do you want to split one and pair it?
Sips and Snacks round 2 today. Oh, that's good. That is peanut buttery. Pour over.
Oh, it's nice to have something that's good.
Oh my God, that's even better than the 16-year whatever we had came up.
Oh,
Fuck. Okay, we're back in business now.
dude,
That's amazing.
that's a great pairing.
That's the pairing right there. Wow.
How about that?
Okay, now I'm back. I'm back. Back, baby.
Back, baby, 1, 2, 3.
I always get in these like when we try the stouts and stuff because I'm really trying to like them and like really get notes out. And I will say, despite how much Chad lies to me about that Wheat Science bottle not having any anymore, that was legit probably one of my favorite stouts that I've had.
Yeah,
It was very like
completely agree.
It's very like approachable to me. Like I liked it. Now this Goose Island banana nut squash stout. No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Banana squashing my nuts
Yeah.
stout.
Yeah, made my nuts shrivel right up. It was bad.
Is it cold in here? Or did I just get done swimming?
That pairing though,
It's killer, dude.
that's good.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Oh, it's got me feeling a lot better now. Pour over is just
Oh yeah, when it soaks up in there and you just bite it and it kind of gives that little burst. Ooh, that's good. I like that.
I'm a fan.
Well, that's an episode. See y'all later. I gotta
No,
go.
we got stuff to do.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Come back.
Stop. I was joking.
Where are you going?
It's a joke.
It's your house.
Nobody gets my jokes anymore. People leave and they get mad. They don't get my jokes. Stick around.
Maybe it's because okay, you're just making noises at this point.
Well,
we
I'm
need to
looking
see
at
what's
what
going
you,
on.
I didn't know what
Yeah.
we were reviewing.
Yeah,
today.
because I didn't know this until it showed up in the mail
you
yesterday.
didn't know either. You just.
I closed my eyes and I threw a dart, but the bottle broke and then I wasn't able to use it.
You got a package. You didn't know. You just closed your eyes, threw it in a bag, and brought it over.
Well, we got the press release the other day for the new Old Fitzgerald Bottle and Bond Fall 2023 edition.
Oh, there it is.
This edition is 8 years old. Made in the fall of 2015.
Oh.
Now, the earlier one from this year was not very good. We did not have
It wasn't
many
nothing
positive things to say. Yeah. Maybe I'm being, that might be a little bit of revisionist history. But we didn't particularly love it. So this one's got man, a little bit of work to do to gain some flavor. Now, I want to say this up front too before we go too far.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
Swear to me.
Swear on your mother.
The price has gone up.
Again? For the 8-year?
I mean, just kind of across the board, I guess, with the
They don't
Old
do the
Fitz.
10-year thing anymore?
This is $110 a bottle.
$20 more, probably, than normal.
Yep. So, I mean, at this point, you're kind of just paying for the decanter.
Which is nice.
It's nice to have.
But I miss the $10 per year.
Yeah.
That was always...
Something you could set your watch to.
Yeah, and it was almost something that, like, and I think we both kind of agree, but it was a personal thing, too, that I thought of when I complained about a price. I'm like, hey, why aren't you like the old Fitz bottles, and it's $10 per year?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we would always, like, calculate it, oh, this is $25 per year or something like that. And now they're not doing it, and it makes me upset because I can't really use that as an excuse anymore.
Yeah. You know, times are changing. Get on board or the train's going to leave you at the station.
That's true. You're going to drink barbecue whiskey for the rest of your life.
Hey, at least it's cheap.
That's true.
It's $25.
Hey, at least you can afford it. Lab sample for testing purposes only.
You remember those, like, when you're, like, really struggling, making money? It was like, you know, you're in college, it's one of your first jobs. And you had
Pay
to,
with change all the time. I still do that.
You had to
sometimes,
balance, like,
excuse me,
doing work for school and, like, going to your job. And there would be times where you'd get, like, a $25 check.
I didn't even get a check.
Oh, really?
I got paid cash in college.
Whoa.
Because
That's nice.
Well, I worked at the radio station.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
was the engineer, and they turned me into, like, the part-time DJ and stuff. But sneaky little hometown place. They didn't want to, you know, worry about taxes and all that. So every like 2 weeks, there was an envelope, cash.
Fantastic.
Cash.
That's
and,
so nice.
I would have to, this is making me think of simpler times, because it would be go to school, you know, get my car. I still lived at home with Gran, so I didn't have to really worry about food and stuff. But the rule was I got to pay for my gas if I go anywhere other than school.
Sure.
She's like, school's fine. I had like a little scholarship thing from, I wrote some crappy essay and got like money, all of that. But she's like, we will help you, which it was just her. My grandpa had died at that point. But she'll pay for gas to school. But if you're doing anything else, like, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I had that job, and it was always cash. And then I started playing in the band. And then you start thinking, then you have to start really budgeting.
Yeah.
What am I going to put towards, like, just my own stuff? What am I going to put towards helping the band and all that stuff? So,
yeah.
I don't know. When you said that, it made me think of, like, just the simpler times of, like, oh, man. Like,
I didn't have kids to pay for it, didn't have a mortgage.
Figuring out date money and band money.
Yeah. Do you know, I don't think I've ever shared this really with anybody before. The lowest, most, like, desperate for money that I've ever gotten was this weekend that Lucy came in from EKU. It was before I had transferred. And we had, like, no money for food. Like, I had maxed out my meal card. I had used it, the rest of my money on gas just so I could see her and, like, bring her back to Lexington. And we had these Target gift cards that we used to go to. It was back when Target still had their, like, meal stand.
Oh, the hot dogs and all that stuff. Yeah.
So we went and we each got, like, one hot dog and a bag of chips.
That's cute. I love that.
But it was like, that was like all that we could do.
You had each other
to get by.
You could do a lot more too when you weren't eating.
Well,
you know what I mean.
I know. I don't want to go through this again.
just saying. No, I like that though.
Yeah.
That's like
6, 11, 16.
Damn, you got it.
Well, when you've been waiting a while, you remember.
Mark that date down, and if you see a bottle that was bottled or a single barrel from 611, send it Perry's way.
Yeah.
And I will keep.
I'll be a little bit more. I'll be a little bit more specific here. That's my wedding anniversary.
Also, another anniversary. So, you know, I love it. This is amazing.
Thanks.
I do.
No, I that sounded sarcastic. It didn't mean to be.
No, but I like that kind of stuff. Like going to Target with gift cards, and that's like your date. That's awesome. That's how we all. That's how. I mean, unless you're fucking rich,
Sure.
or you got given a bunch of money or something. That's how we did it. I mean, what was like, I can remember just everybody scrounging up money to buy like a Taco Bell box, which that's before I said fuck Taco Bell. But back in the day, like everybody, you get the biggest box of tacos you could and we just share it. And that's like your evening, hanging out, having
absolutely.
fun. You know, maybe somebody was able to get like a case of cheap beer, or maybe somebody was able to get some friggin' Smirnoffs or whatever they could get. Eating a big box of tacos and chilling. Simple times, everybody using whatever little work money they could get.
Yeah.
There it is. How did we get to this point when we were getting ready to review an Old Fitz?
Well, we were talking about how the curveball was cheap and $25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we got to
All right.
this part.
Now we're back.
And now we're talking. But like you wonder, you know, we were watching that video with me and Chad and Sarah over It's Bourbon Night.
That was when you were 14.
But you wonder why I got so skinny. It was because I had no money.
Because you're Target hot dogs.
Yeah.
That was your dinner for a week.
You want to know the first of all, this is a completely different subject. We'll get to review this in a second, but it's something that we talk about plenty.
Heaven Hill reps like, okay, I'm scrubbing through this one.
Scrub. The lowest weight that I ever got to as an adult was 140 pounds.
That's too skinny.
Yes. No, I agree. But a lot of that had to do with my mental health. I mean, I was maybe eating once a day. I wasn't, excuse me, really going and doing anything. Not that I'm
Drinking a whole bottle of 1792 225th in one day.
Yeah.
Just
No,
fine.
that
You
didn't-
didn't do that.
No, but there was a period, like it's kind of funny to like look back and see how skinny I was for a time, but I also look at that and I go, that poor guy was so depressed and so anxious all the time. Like it was just a constant state of being for me from the time I was 18 probably until about 21 or 22. Like it was a very long period of, struggling and depression and everything. So
You're playing some music though.
I was playing music. I put out the album during that
You
time.
did the thing
Which
where
is-
like people were like, "Aren't you 21?"
No. I ratted myself out.
Oh yeah, you said yeah.
Anyway, take care of yourself. College is difficult for a lot of people.
Do we have any college people listening?
Maybe.
I hope so.
I mean, I started the podcast when I was still in college during my 7th year.
Do you know how I cheated the system when I was in college? We did. I think I've said this before, but we did the commercials for like the local pizza
Oh
places.
yeah, you did say this. Yeah, you said it on the first pizza episode we did for the pregame chats.
I would.
A couple months ago.
We were able to like get free pizza because we did the commercials, and I would tell the people like, hey, if you throw an extra pizza in there, like I'll make sure we get an extra commercial in. And so I would play an extra commercial when I got the chance to. But then I would order from one pizza place, and I would have it, and then the guys from the band would want food, and then I would call the other pizza place that we did, and I would order that, and then we'd have pizza. Like, so every like couple of nights was like just pizza party on me.
That's awesome.
And I would just slip an extra like commercial into like the local radio, and because they always played it. It was like the only radio station that every like store and everything was playing. So they would know. They'd be like, "Hey, thanks for playing the next commercial. We'll throw you an extra pizza in there." And I was like, "Okay." So I fed me and the band for weeks on time on just pizza.
I love it. Anyway, this is way far off.
Okay,
from
I guess we should
talking
review
about
this.
whiskey. Yeah. So 8-year-old Old Fitz Bottled and Bond. $110.
That's just the norm these days. Okay, this one's pretty good.
It doesn't smell limited edition, but it does smell like there has been a lot of craft and attention put into it.
I could see that.
You know what I mean? Like I light up more with this one than I did the one. What was the other one? Do you have it?
No, that was from that's like
17-year-old.
That's from like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Whatever the other one that was out earlier this year was.
It is funny that we're reviewing
like
this
13 years or something.
because I'm gonna save this till after the review, but I have something close by to compare this to.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want to take away from the review because this is the review portion. Think wisely, drink wisely.
I'm just trying to remember what the age.
The last one was.
Yeah, because
Wasn't it like 11?
It was 11 or 13.
Can't remember.
I can't either.
Anyway, yes, I agree. This smells like a very balanced, crafted, weeded bourbon. It's got the strawberry, kind of the sweet notes on it. But it doesn't give you like that kind of depth of like, holy cow, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean, if they put this out as like a more wide release at like $80, I might be into that. It does. It smells like strawberries and
Hey now.
vanilla and strawberries on the nose.
A lot of butterscotch on the palate.
Ooh,
Butterscotch,
Cracker Jack.
kind of like baking spices.
I think the only problem I have with it is it tastes, although it doesn't look like it in the glass, it tastes a little thin.
A little bit, but
I know that's because it's probably proofed down a little bit and all that, but it doesn't coat my mouth like I'd want it to.
yeah. But I like it.
I like it.
It lights me. It lights me up more than, the one from earlier this year did, for sure. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I'm not mad about this.
I'm not mad about this, and I think I'm kind of glad it's the 8-year price-wise because,
Sure.
yes, it's a little bit more expensive
Yeah,
than what
yeah.
we normally do, but it's still affordable. If you see
yeah.
this, you can, I shouldn't say that because I don't know what everybody's finances are. I wouldn't be mad paying $110 for this, is all I'm saying. It's not, $200, $300.
The palate is better than the nose. But I think that the finish is about on par with the palate. It's got a nice hug, I will say. But it doesn't really go too many other places on the finish. It's just kind of like a straight
I think,
through line.
in order of best to worst, palate finish nose.
Yes.
Usually I love the finishes on stuff. I'm always looking at the finish, and I do enjoy the palate more than the finish. The nose to me smells like just a good weeded bourbon.
Yeah.
I
agree.
There's nothing wrong with that, but there's not, like you said, that special limited release nose.
Yeah.
I guess you would say. I do wish there was a better finish. I would love the finish.
I would too. But I just would like for this in general to be bolder. I don't think it's an age thing. I think that Heaven Hill really has not quite nailed down what the sweet spot is for their Old Fitz Bottled and Bond releases.
They have so many different variations of years.
Yeah.
From what, 18 or 16, whatever, to 8 years. Like,
yeah.
I've never seen anything under 8 years, have we? Is that the lowest?
Yeah. 8 years is the lowest it's gone. But, some of the 8 and 9 years have been really good. The 13s have been good across the board, except for, I guess, earlier this year, if that was the age. Again, can't remember. I guess I could look it up.
We have the technology.
We have. We're not cavemen, SpongeBob.
Oh, Fitz, wheat. Good. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Okay. This is a early high proof hot take. Bourbon / whiskey brands who put the RU21 Remember Me thing, it doesn't work. We have to keep putting our birthday in. Fix it. Sorry, Heaven Hill, it just made us do it again, and we've been on this website 1,000 times.
Oh, 10 year.
10, okay.
Oh.
Okay, so the one before that was 19.
Jeez. I forgot about that. I don't even really remember being that amazing, was it?
I don't think we raved about it.
That's that's kind of disappointing.
We'd have to go back and listen.
Yeah. Who's got time for that? But dang, 2022 was a banger. 17 and 19 years. Daggum, son.
The 20... When did I have here? We can have like one sip. I just kept the bottle. Yeah, 2022.
Is that the 19?
That's the 17.
17. Mm-hmm. Dang.
I'm okay with this. I mean, I could easily see this in I don't know, a $70 bottle that doesn't have to be in a decanter.
I could easily see it being in like a $30 bottle that doesn't have to be a decanter.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not to say that it was 8 years old when it was out, but it was not that long ago that Old Fitz Bottled and Bond in just the regular green label on the shelf bottle was available.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 5-ish years, maybe a little bit longer than that. But still, I mean, that was a $20 bottle, I think.
True. Yeah.
And that could have been 4 years old, could have been 8 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, we really don't know. But, still Bottled and Bond. All that being said, I mean, I am happy with this. I'm just not in love with it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. But it doesn't make me want to go wait in line at Heaven Hill to get one.
Yeah.
If it was at MSRP and I walked into a store and it was sitting there, I would consider it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can get on board with that.
Yeah. Nose,
palate, finish, and price. That's our review categories on the podcast. Each category is out of 5. Final score is out of 20. What would you give the nose on this bad boy?
2.5.
I was about to say that.
I think I'm putting it right down the middle. It just smells like a good weeded bourbon, but it doesn't. If you put this in a lineup of weeded bourbons, it would not stick out more than the other.
Yeah.
So I think it's out of 5. It's 2.5.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that, or even like thinking about comparatively, even just regular 90 proof Maker's Mark. I think that has even just a little bit more character than this does.
I think it's on the finish.
I'm talking about the nose.
Oh, on the nose. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this stands out a little bit more on the nose with that.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's the proof, though.
I have to do them side by side.
Yeah.
Of course. Palate, I'm going to give a 3.5.
Same. I was getting ready to say it is my favorite part. And you can, like, I'm just going to mimic what you said. You can tell it's good, it's crafted and all that. It just doesn't stand out, but it's still good.
Yeah. It is refined. Like it really does feel like attention was given to trying to take the barrels that were available to them and craft the best product that they could.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's...
It's not, there's no rough edges or there's not anything sour about it. It's just, there's nothing that stands out either.
Yeah. That being said, I'm also going to give the finish a 3.5. I don't think that they're so, like I said earlier, they're not so dissimilar that I feel really strongly one way or another.
I give it a 3. I think it drops off a little bit more on the finish, and I'm very picky about the finishes. I will just say that. It just kind of goes away. It doesn't give anything extra. I don't know. I think the palate is the best part of this.
Yeah,
so
fair enough. Price at $110. I mean, again, you are kind of mostly paying for the bottle, the decanter at this point. But, I mean, it's still good. At least it's good enough whiskey to kind of justify it being in this really fancy looking bottle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not perfect bourbon, but it all kind of works together in this particular instance.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 3.
2.5.
Okay.
I think I'm not mad about it. But I'm not like thrilled about it. I'm just cutting it right down the middle.
Sure.
It could be better. It could be worse. That's how I feel. It could be way better, or they could charge $200 for it.
It's true. It's true. What's your final score?
11.5.
Mine is a 12.5 out of 20. So
Not too bad.
No, I mean, I'm again not like rushing out to grab one of these, but I wouldn't be upset if I did run into one and I was able to throw it in. Well, you know,
Clear it, get it out. Get it out. Oh, no, he did the thing. He did the thing. He did
I looked at the rag that I coughed into.
He did the thing.
Anyway, what I was going to say before I was so violently interrupted by my coughing spell.
You made the midpoint of a movie.
Or late first act.
True.
Not sure. Anyway, now that we have finished up our review, we're going to move on to some of our other segments of the podcast, specifically the ones that we have a lot of fun with.
Yeah!
Not that we didn't have fun earlier.
We have fun all throughout the show. But
We
this is
do.
fun because this is the chance that you, the listener, the viewer, you get to be on the show.
That's true. And the way that you can do that is by calling or leaving... calling to leave a voicemail or texting the number.
You can text it.
859-428-8253.
859-428-8253.
That's right, folks. And this first one is from Jared.
Jared.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jared here.
Oh.
Man, a 3-barrel ring call I'm coming off of. That's impressive. If you guys don't watch it, you're going to have to give me my own segment, like Quant's Corner or Jabber Jared's Weekly John, something.
Don't push it.
He hasn't thought about it.
But no, I was just glad I finally made it there.
It was just off the dome.
Took a long time to get those barrel rings through. Must be hard to work a voicemail system. But no, Eric, I don't hate listening to the podcast. I genuinely do love the podcast. I really enjoy it. Even though I have to deal with Perry's passive-aggressive vitriol with a lot of these things. But, I can look past that. I'm not going to let his toxic negativity bring me down.
Oh, come on!
I'm going to stay strong. Yeah, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Had a great Thanksgiving and a great party Thanksgiving here on my little Saturday doubleheader there. But Let me get those, now I have the P.O. box, get those samples out to you guys for some sample irresistible action. And hope you guys got your advent calendars ready for your kids, because that is right around the corner. So hope you're prepared. So with that, I'm going to keep this one short. Who knows? Maybe 5, 6, 7 by the time Perry gets to all of these. Who knows? I'm getting the next one. So have a great week, guys. See you.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, I'm the passive aggressive one.
Listen. I'm just going to give you some advice. Okay, yes.
Do you want to go back to Comic-Con
Yes.
in 2024?
Please, let's go.
Yeah.
Jared.
I mean, also,
All the yes.
yes.
Set up the interviews. Jared, thank you. I enjoyed that. But I mean, this is 100%. Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the pear bear. I've done it. I've seen what happens. I've got the text messages when you get in trouble. He don't poke him. I wouldn't be saying stuff. Continue to leave the voicemails. But I'm just warning you. It's not fun when the bear pokes back. I didn't know what it was like having a dad. Till just recently. He poked back. I'm just saying.
I also want to mention, although I have not had a chance to listen to it, Jared has actually started his own podcast.
What? Mm-hmm. What is it?
It's called the Regular Dad Podcast.
The Regular Dad?
Yeah.
Can I be on that, Jared?
I think we both would like to be on that show.
Let's do it.
But he
doesn't want us.
I mean, at this point, probably not.
I feel like I'm a regular dad. I'm dealing with stuff right now with teenagers
regular
and
dad stuff. Do you got that baby monitor yet?
Shut up.
Anyway, he talks about the struggles of being a dad and mental health and everything, and I think it's admirable.
You got an Instagram?
Do that. I don't know. Find out. We're gonna push this thing to the moon, baby.
Push it to the moon, the Regular Dad Podcast. Let's go.
We're gonna hop over to a text real quick.
Oh, that's a dick pic.
This is also from Jared.
You putting this stuff on your podcast, Jared?
His text it has a picture.
There's a dick pic.
It's a rubber chicken, and the message says that episode. That last episode got me so excited I had to pause and choke the old chicken.
Purdue football in the background.
To choke the chicken.
My Lord, what? Jared is a specimen.
Oh, this has been an episode, man.
Jared.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. We'll hop over to our other text as well. Don Nishida. Aloha, Timbit boys. Longtime listener, first-time texter here, but wanted to wish you and your families an awesome holiday season.
Sorry. I'm going to say the rest of your number.
I appreciate all you do to create content, and I'm thankful for this great community that surrounds Timbit. Channeling Bill.
Peace out!
Speaking of Bill, also, Don, thank you for sending in your text. Didn't mean to gloss over
Peace
that.
Out.
And I really do appreciate the community, too. I mean, so many people at the beginning of the week, last week by the time this episode comes out, we're like, don't worry about getting the content out. Take care of yourself first. And I was like, if it's going to, it may kill me, but I'm going to get the content out.
I love that for you because most of the time the community is telling me how stupid I am. So.
Or annoying.
Yeah, I'm annoying. I'm obnoxious. I'm stupid. Everything I say, they have something to reply back to. Some of them don't even talk to me anymore.
Here's my theory.
They don't even talk to me anymore.
I think because you have not established a new rival.
Dominance?
No, a new rival.
Everybody thinks they're
Everybody's
the rival?
trying to be your rival before you decide and you declare.
I think I know who my new rival is.
I think I do too.
He's from Florida.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Another Kentuckian with his own podcast.
What?
John.
Oh, yeah, John. John and Belshpot. I don't see him as a rival at all, though.
And thus the rivalry was born. Let's listen to Bill's voicemail.
What's going on, boys? This is Bill. Listening to the episode today, and I wanted to call in before I forgot everything I wanted to talk about because, you know, I smoked a lot of weed as a kid, and my memory isn't where it should be. So, a couple things. Curveball. I did get a chance to try a drink that they make at the Wisconsin Whiskey Festival. Hashtag, that was a lot of fun. It is a grilled peach margarita. I tagged you guys in the Instagram post. It is phenomenal. First time I had Curveball, probably the only way I will have it, but really good. Bottled here in Pewaukee, Wisconsin. And on that note, Wollersheim Distillery has a brandy old-fashioned in a can, probably one of the best things I've had out of a can in my entire life. So there's that. Now, talking about Bourbon County, Bourbon County is pretty plentiful here. If you guys want that Bananas Foster's or try to get the Angels Envy, let me know. Late. I can maybe try to find it in Chicago at some point. I was able to find it here, got it for some friends, got a bottle of the Bananas Foster's for myself based off of Mr. Patrick Starkey's review. So kind of excited to get into it, but I'm kind of like Eric. I can really only drink so much of it before I have to pass on it because I can only drink so much stouts nowadays with my old self. So there it is. There you have it. Those are my takes. Cheese on apple pie. Still not something I've ever done before, so can't comment on that too much. But.
He said,
all right, boys, have a good one. Thanks for having me on, as usual. And,
I take it back.
Peace out.
Peace out.
He said, I've never done it before. But you didn't let him finish, and you cursed him.
Rewind. Sorry, Bill.
It's the most mutant thing I've ever heard.
I thought you were going to say cheese is good. Never mind. We agree. I've said that to Bill so many times, and he's never got mad at me. So he understands. We still shared the best moment of
10-Bip Weekend 23.
Together, so he knows. I didn't let him finish, and you are right. That's the most mutant thing ever.
Goodness gracious. No, we don't need anything Bourbon County Stout wise right now. Unless you can find the Angel's Envy finished one.
Is that one supposed to be good?
Apparently it's killer. I don't know. I will say, let me say this.
Say it.
I am happy that we took a year off from doing the media samples from Goose Island.
What if they sent you an email and said, we want to send you that Angel's Envy one, but you didn't want it?
I mean, they probably would have. Considering they sent us the Old Fitz one last year.
Send them an email right now.
Okay.
Just go, hey, I forgot to ask. Do you have any of the Angel's Envy?
Don't do it.
Just do it.
Dadgummit.
Just do it.
That was Barrel Rings. Now we're moving into high proof hot takes. Do you have anything that has been bristling at your brain? Giving you a little tickle in the old topical
the gizzard
taint. I couldn't think of another word.
The topical taint.
I couldn't think of. I was stuck. I couldn't think of another word. I'm sorry.
Man, I don't know. It's
topical
just
taint ointment.
Football. It's such a. I have a love-hate relationship.
Do you want to talk about the Bills game?
No.
Let's talk about the Bills game.
Let's not.
Let's talk about how horrible some of that refereeing was. How there were
officiating in that game was out of control.
There were holding calls that were missed. There was pass interference that was missed over and over and over again. It was infuriating to watch.
I've never seen a quarterback's jersey get ripped, as well as the back of their shoulder pads get pulled, and then they get called for intentional grounding. Yeah. I've never seen that. And I don't care. You can say I'm whining and all that, blah, 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 Bills, this, Bills,
you're
that.
not. You're not.
That, unless you're from Philadelphia. But that was out of, we freaking, our defense let us down at the end, but that one play, that was out of control.
Ridiculous.
Out of control. You don't even have to, care about either team to know that. I mean, that's, high proof hot take, NFL officiating. Y'all crazy. In all the games I watch, there's always something I'm like, is the conspiracy that it's all planned? It's like WWE. Is it real? It makes me wonder. Other than that, no. I mean, high proof hot take Bourbon County Stout. Like, I don't know about you.
Just me in general.
Not you, Bourbon County Stout.
Oh. I don't really have anything this week. I've not had enough energy to build up vitriol. So
High proof hot take colds. I hate them.
being sick is the worst, man. Fevers suck.
Fevers. They suck. What are you doing?
Now it's time for tips and bits. This is our recommendation segment of the show. Things that we've been watching, listening to, reading, just enjoying that we want you to check out as well, or some advice.
Advice.
I mean, there is a tip, like tips, you know.
Just
like,
the tip.
Yep. And the bits are usually like
Just the bits.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I always do. I would say it's a fun little period for comedy right now if you're into stand-up. Trevor Wallace has a new special out.
Yeah, dude.
Pterodactyl.
yet.
It's so good. If you're a fan of Matt Rife.
You were going to say Matt Rife.
What?
I don't know. He just has, there's so much controversy around him in general and that special.
I'm just going to say I laughed.
At the opening joke.
I laughed at the special.
Did you?
Let's not talk about the opening joke.
No, hold on. Did you see his response?
Yes.
When people were like,
I did.
okay. Because I thought that was a bit much.
He's a comedian. It is what it is.
Didn't really feel like much of a comedian's take on things.
I've heard worse on podcasts.
That's fair. Yeah. You watched the Bad Friends podcast. And
Bad Friends podcast has a new episode where Rudy is like their little co-host, and she loves One Piece, and they did a whole One Piece episode. It was amazing. When this comes out, will the 5th already of December 5th?
The 5th of December? I think it might be coming out on the 5th of December. Oh, no. It'll come out on the 6th.
Okay. Well, if you've ever watched or listened to Stavi's World podcast, Stavros is a comedian. He's really funny, and his special comes out on the 5th. So I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, I haven't listened to it because it's not out yet by the time we're recording this, but there's a lot of fun comedy stuff going on. Why are you still drinking?
Because I wanted to see if it changed after being open in the bottle for a little while.
It didn't.
It might be worse.
Let me try it.
Actually, the finish is quite nice.
There is no finish on a stout.
You're just...
That's enough.
Excuse you.
I don't want to taint my glass with this. Oh, God, it's so fun.
I like the finish.
Okay, the finish doesn't...
Everything else is not great.
It's not bad. Maybe because I don't get a lot of a finish. Maybe it's kind of calm.
Ah,
It's really bad. Mm-hmm. It's really bad.
not a fan.
Anyway.
Not a fan. No offense if you do like it, but I'm not a fan.
I don't like it at all. You don't have to say that to me.
I'm talking to you.
I thought you were.
I'm talking to them.
Who?
Them.
Oh, them.
There's a whole crowd of like just the audience or
That
all
guy?
Just, yeah.
Him?
Him. You, sir.
What you got? What are you recommending?
Well, past week or so, there's been a new channel on Sirius XM called Life with John Mayer that has been really fun to listen to.
Life with John Mayer.
Life. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of a single reason why you would want to listen to it. Because it's
Practical Jokers on it?
No.
They're friends?
No.
Oh, I don't want to listen.
Because it's all just like it's not his music exclusively, though they do play like his stuff. They'll do concerts that haven't been
Oh, this
released
is not
and
him
everything.
talking?
He talks some.
He does like, you're listening to
Yeah.
Life of John Mayer.
Like he's kind of introducing things.
Okay.
But he's had a few nights or afternoons where he is like in studio and he's like taking calls and reading emails from people and everything too. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
But the majority of
you sent?
one. No, probably never.
That would be how I would.
I had a funny Twitter interaction with him a few years ago, but he doesn't know who I am.
We'll fix that.
I want to get him on the podcast.
I can fix
or something. That. Okay, fine. I trust you. Send him a DM right now. You're just gonna text somebody?
John Mayer.
Anyway, it's been fun listening. A lot of like, again, it's not just his music. He's playing a lot of like 70s yacht rock, kind of 90s contemporary stuff as well too. So just a fun listen. I got something I can recommend not to do, which is there is a I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a pretty big Doctor Who fan.
I knew that.
Okay. And I'll talk about so they were coming back this year. It's their 60th anniversary special. Excuse me. It's their 60th anniversary this year. It started in 1963. And they've been doing special episodes recently. There's like 3 special episodes, and then they're going to do a Christmas special, and then the show's back in general next year. I'll talk about the anniversary specials once they're all done. There's 2 more to go as of recording. The first one was fantastic, but I'll get to that eventually. But in the haze of like Doctor Who fever, I was like, I wonder if there are any good Doctor Who video games. And there are Doctor Who video games. I don't know if there are any good ones. The one that I played was particularly rough. It was called Edge of Reality, which was it was originally a VR game, but then they modified it into a first-person game that you could play like on console.
Yeah.
It's real bad. It's not good.
Bad games.
It's not good. I did play through the whole thing. It only took me about 2 or 3 hours. There were multiple points where the game just wasn't working the way it was supposed to, or something wasn't showing up where I needed it to. So I would have to get out of it and get back into it. And it was so frustrating. And it just was not, it was not great. It was a pretty bad story. It was an okay story. I take that back. But yeah, don't play Edge of Reality if you're a Doctor Who fan.
Sorry to hear that.
Not great.
Sorry to hear that.
But anyway, I'll talk more about Doctor Who in the coming weeks. Until then, though, that's been an episode.
Doctor Who? Dr. Watt, more like it. You know what you should do? Listener, you should go to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast, where as little as $1 a month you can support the show. But at $5 you get all the bonus content. We do bonus episodes, we do pregame chats, we do Sample Irresistible, we do Pours from the Floor, we do Pop Chicken.
I wish I had a keyboard that I could dispose of right now just by breaking it.
You can. That one that never works anyway.
It works fine.
You were just complaining about it earlier. No,
You're
that
right.
was the mouse, sorry. But
well,
yeah.
the keyboard kind of, it's working now.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah, look.
It's not. I promise. Patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. Support the show.
See?
Get all the stuff. That's the best place
I turned
to do
the
it.
caps lock on.
You can also support the show by buying some merch. Bourbonshop.threadless.com. Perry puts up all the stuff there. You can get some shirts. It's Christmas time almost.
We forgot about our patron.
I'll get there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll get there. It's Christmas time. You got to get some gifts. You want to be Sporting your favorite 10-bip shirt on Christmas while you're drinking your eggnog. Or
We've got Christmas shirts up there, too.
There you go.
People.
There you go, people. There you go, people.
Daggum.
You can send us an email also if you don't know how to use a computer and get to the website. We can tell you how. Send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. If you want to send us a sample or do anything like that, we'll tell you where to send it. Or if you just want to ask a question. If you want to get on the barrel ring segment that you heard earlier, 859-428-8253. You can also follow us on all social media. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant on Instagram and TikTok. You can follow the show at My Bourbon Pod.
Oh, look at
Instagram.
that. You can buy gift cards for Threadless stores.
You can buy gift cards.
That's crazy.
You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. If you want to get on the, we have a Facebook group. This is My Bourbon Podcast Facebook group. Just answer some questions. We'll put you in there. I forgot to mention on Patreon, you can also get in the Discord. Everybody's always talking in there. If you join the Patreon, you can get on the Discord. Just send us messages, comment, subscribe to all the stuff. But we do got to talk about a Patreon member just for a second.
Yes, we had a returning Patreon member.
Back.
We're very thankful that he is back and that he is doing well. Mr. Darren Wright has rejoined us at the $5 tier. And Darren, I know you've had a rough couple of weeks, my friend, but it is good to see and hear that you are on the mend.
Yeah, he called me up the other day. He needed some help. Like Perry said, he's on the mend, but I wanted to give him some medicine. So he got an IV, and I gave him my meat juice. I gave him a meat juice infusion.
Did you now?
Yeah, I did a meat juice infusion.
Look at you.
It was guaranteed to get him back up and running, and obviously it worked.
It worked.
He's here. It's something I only share with one other person right now, but he got it. He got the meat juice directly direct into the veins. He got the mutant meat juice, and as the infusion was going, I couldn't really talk at the time. It just, you can't really talk when the meat juice is going. But afterwards,
That's true.
Afterwards,
that is true. Can confirm.
Afterwards, we snuggled. We talked about everything, and I gave him a little kiss, and I walked away.
He said, "Feel better."
And here we are. Everything worked out. Mutant meat juice. Highly recommend if you're feeling down and need a little pick me up. There you go. Darren, love you.
Love you, buddy.
Can't wait to see you again. Glad everything you got through everything. And if you ever need any more meat juice, let me know. If you want to join the Patreon,
Here's what ails you.
Yeah, if you want to join the Patreon and get meat juice, let me know.
Cool. There you go.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you all so much for listening, for watching, however you consume the show. We do appreciate it. Next week, we have a very special guest joining us for the podcast. You got to be there too.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Hey, look, it's going to be fine.
I'm nervous.
That's okay. Anything that makes you nervous is worth doing.
Are you nervous what I might say?
No, I trust you.
Do you, though?
See y'all next time. Wait, I didn't even say what we were doing next time.
Well, they'll just have to join.
It's a follow-up from a couple
That's all you got to say.
Couple weeks
That's all you
ago.
got to say.
That's all we got to say.
Somebody else is joining us, so
I am very excited for them to be with us.
it should be fun.
It will be. See y'all real soon. Until then, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast. Sorry, I forgot the traditional goodbye kisses.